Hey everyone, welcome back to another recap podcast from SNXweave, where we give quick weekly recaps of news and important updates from the previous week from the Spartan Council and core contributors, as well as discuss what the Grants Council and ambassadors are up to, so let's get started. First off, the top priority right now is getting markets up on V3. Auditors are starting to look at the spot market implementation, and the SIP for this is being presented tomorrow. The CCs also did a lot to get the ball rolling on Perps v3 at ETH Denver, but the focus should still be on driving Perps v2 volume, and the team is hoping to get a Perps v3 UI prototype ready for users to start testing as soon as possible. Adam asked if there was already a communication plan in place to share documentation or guides for integrators to start making use of the system update and new stablecoin. Noah said it's definitely something they'll have to start prioritizing once everything is in audit. As far as Perps v2 goes, all of the updates are code complete. Auditors should be able to complete the review by next week, since they currently have other active audits that they're working on. The updates are a collection of improvements discovered through the alpha and beta by the CCs, integrators, and other active users. Open interest caps have also been raised for BTC and ETH. There were also a couple of SIP presentations last week, so let's briefly review them. The first was SIP 237 for debt migration. This SIP introduces a mechanism to allow stakers to migrate their debt position from Ethereum to Optimism without the need to burn their debt. This has been a long time coming and marks the end of V2X, so let's take a moment to celebrate. The current staking migration process requires stakers to burn all debt due to limitations in the old debt register design. The implementation of debt shares has allowed for staking positions to be migrated without the need for debt to be burned. During the presentation, Caleb raised a concern about how to handle escrow entries with this. There was some discussion about what the new unlock date should be, and Jackson weighed in because he did this once before when escrow changes were made in the past. Chainlink is ready to go, and the SIP could be released as early as this week. The next presentation was SIP 2007 for a peg balancing direct integration with the PDAO. As a background, the protocol is currently at the wrapper cap for DAI and ETH, which could cause SUSD to start trading at a premium again. The risk is that if the DAI wrapper is increased, any utilization outside of perps would increase the long skew. One possible solution is to increase the DAI wrapper for availability on Optimism only to ensure it only goes to perps. SIP 2007 proposes allowing a direct integration with the PDAO to swap SUSD for SETH with no fee. This would give the PDAO more direct control of the debt composition and skew. This also may be especially useful during the proposed OP trading incentive rewards due to the expected influx of active users. Tara asked why this should be a special PDAO privilege rather than a governance-controlled action via SCCP if the intention was for this mechanism to be used infrequently. Caleb explained that the amount of time to get an SCCP through governance may be too long to protect users from paying a premium on SUSD. Cavalier also highlighted that this seems like a mechanism that would allow CCs to ensure components of the protocol are performing as they were designed to, and should not require a governance step at each action, since governance processes already approve the intended function of the protocol. Caleb will be specifying more clearly what type of transactions will be authorized under this SIP. It was also suggested that a channel be set up to announce all transactions executed using this mechanism for increased transparency. This SIP was rejected in order for the changes to be made. And that's it for today's updates. Be sure to check out our weekly recap blog post, share this podcast link, and let us know what you think and what you'd like to hear more about from SNXweave. Thanks for listening.